How's it going, guys? Thanks for watching another video. So tonight we're going to have a look at two knives with a lot of similarities, with the exception of one thing: size. So the question is, should you settle for a knife of the smaller size like a Native 5, or should you go really tiny with a mini knife like the Dragonfly 2? Let's have a look. Always, guys, if you want to purchase either of these knives at the ending of the video, make sure to check the links in the description below. Alright, so if you're trying to decide between getting a mini knife like the Dragonfly 2 and a small folding blade like the Native 5, there is a quick size reference. Remember, the Native 5 is roughly about the same size as, let's say, a Delica 4 or even a Para 3. So there's a quick size reference. Let's start off by weighing these and seeing what the weight difference is between these two. Okay, that's zeroed out. Here comes the Dragonfly 2. 1.2 ounces. And here comes the Native 5. Coming in at 2.4, which is still ridiculously light. So you would say that the difference is about 6/4 difference, just like that. So that's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be 1.2 ounces. So the difference between the Dragonfly 2 and the Native 5 is about 6/4. Alright, let's compare the difference lengthwise compared to a Sharpie. Gonna bring in the Dragonfly 2 right at the top here, right here. Move it that way. Bump that up a little bit. Here comes the Native 5 right down here at the bottom. See if I can arrange this in the frame. Okay, so there's a difference in length. Gonna turn it around this way so we can compare it this way. Let me just adjust this so I can get everybody in frame here. Alright. Okay, that should be good right there. That gives you a good idea for the difference there standing next to each other, kind of going up and down. Now when we look at the thickness, these are both pretty thin knives. We can see that the Dragonfly, being so small, is going to get totally covered by the chopstick here. And then the Native 5, although a little bit bigger, about the same size, is still going to be able to fit within that chopstick. And as far as giving you a size reference for how tall the blades are, so here's the Dragonfly. It's just about the width of a ruler. And what I'll do is I'll try to get my thumb here and level this off as much as possible. So right about there. Ruler almost covers it, just that hump by the thumb hole sticking out. And the Native 5 doesn't have that hump in here, so this might be really interesting here. Pretty close. See how it's nice and flat up here by that thumb hole? So really, when you get these next to each other, very similar. Here's a look at that bi-directional texturing from Spyderco. Super grippy stuff, and man, look at the coloring on the Zom green on that Dragonfly 2. Look at the marbling, it's so nice on there. I haven't seen the Native 5 available in the Zom green color. I might have missed the special run for it, but that's an awesome color. So there's a closer look at the handles. And we got differences in clips here. The Dragonfly 2 has Spyderco's wire clip. It's not totally deep pocket, but it's going to stick up right about there. Native 5 has Spyderco's kind of standard clip on it, which will go into your pocket right about there. Pretty low profile on these as standard. You know, nothing really different about these, but I do prefer the wire clip on here. And both of these are a lockback design. So this can open like that. That'll click into place. And so does the Native 5. So for those flickers, might not be the best choice. Alright, so both of these knives use Spyderco's drop point design for the blade, and they have these swedges right on the top here that make it look pretty sexy in my opinion. Full flat grind, satin finish, so this is going to be very easy to sharpen and be a very strong slicer. Both knives have front finger holes with jimping as well as on the spine of the blade. Ooh, here's a closer look at the swedge on the Dragonfly 2, and it just makes it look like a pissed off bird. Like if this is the eye, that's the eyebrow, and this is the beak, it just looks pissed off. Here's a closer look at the jimping on the finger choil and on the thumb wrap. That's a great looking blade. And the Native 5 uses an updated steel called S30V, which was specifically made for knives, so that's the better steel. While the Dragonfly 2 uses an oldie but goodie VG10 from Japan. Now, grip wise, I can get all four fingers onto the Native 5. Has a very smooth and scalloped finger groove up here up front. Even though the edges are pretty sharp up here on the top of the knife, it's very comfortable to grab onto, especially when you get up here and you choke up to the finger choil area. Very easy to control. And the Dragonfly, even though you can't get all of your fingers on there, there is a hole back here for a lanyard where the lanyard will extend it to right about there and you can get all four of your fingers on there. But when you choke up right up here in the finger choil area, whew, the knife is so small, it feels so controllable. It's very comfortable up here on the front of the finger choil. Alright, so which one of these two knives would I pick if I just had to choose one? Well, here's my recommendations. If you're just around the office opening up boxes or cutting open envelopes, you cannot go wrong with the Dragonfly 2. It's small, it's not intimidating looking, you can whip it out and nobody's going to freak out. Or if you just want to keep it as like a hidden backup blade, this is perfect. But if you want something more versatile, you can't go wrong with the Native 5 or something of this size. It's absolutely perfect in the hand. It can do multi-purpose things. And I think for most people, this is going to be the decision to be more versatile in the pocket. So guys, that's the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase either of these knives, make sure to check the links in the description below. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Kimo365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys laters.